What's up everybody? Welcome back. So season 7 is here in Go Battle League and hope you're all excited for the new season. I certainly am because it's a new season, new dreams, new opportunity. But the spice continues in this channel because in this video, I'm going to kick things off with a double grass, double fire weather ball team, basically consisting of Sunny Cherrim along with Roserade. Now Roserade is obviously the community day Pokemon from February, and I definitely wanted to try it out in Open Great League. I got to try it out in Ultra League and Master League in the last season, but this is the first time I'm going to be trying it out in the Great League, and I'm pretty sure most of you might have tried it out already. And of course, this is a classic AB line with Sunny Cherrim as the safe swap, and also have Dazzling Gleam on it. Just to throw a few people off guard, right? And of course, apologies for using Azumarill. Yes, I'm using the Blue Bunny because I couldn't really find any other potential alternative on the lead because Azumarill is probably the best lead for this particular team comp there. So we have Azumarill into an Alolan Raichu right here. Not a great lead right off the bat. So immediately going to safe switch into my Sunny Cherrim. And that's the thing about this team is that electric types aren't as much of an issue because you have double counters to electric types in the bag. And I'm just going to throw the weather ball here. They are running Thunder Shock on Alolan Raichu. And nothing Alolan Raichu has except Psychic is going to hurt Sunny Cherrim. And again, because these are some rank 1 and rank 2 battles, I don't expect people to run the optimal movesets all the time. So it's fine. Just another Thunder Punch coming through. It is resisted. So I'm just going to overfarm and build up 2 weather balls here and then try and go back to back. Let's see if this gets the shield from the Raichu. They do let that go through, which is fine. And they come in with their Arcanine. So I'm not sure why they didn't switch out right away. And also this Arcanine is not running Fire Fang, which is really good because I should be able to get to another weather ball here. As you can see, I mean, Sunny Cherrim is going to be able to spam those charge moves. And that's the thing about both Cherrim and Roserade are extremely spammy. With Bullet Seed, Weather Ball combination, you're going to be able to get off an insane number of charge moves, right? So I'm going to come in with my Azumarill here, and then again, this could be Wild Charge, but I'm just going to risk it and hope it's not. And it's just a Flamethrower, which is great, which is resisted. Honestly, that was a little too risky. Should have probably shielded that. And they have a Kabutops in the back. So it's a very spicy sort of pick here. I mean, you'd probably expect to see it in the Kanto Cup, but definitely a very interesting choice as far as the Open Great League is concerned. I go straight for the Hydro Pump because they weren't shielding anything, but they did choose to shield that, but it's absolutely fine. Right now, Kabutops is double weak to Grass because of the Rock and Water typing, and we still have a Roserade in the back, and I can just pretty much Bullet Seed farm this thing down. Right, I'm definitely going to shield this up. I'm not going to flex here because Stone Edge is going to do a lot of damage on top of the fact that Kabutops gets stab on Stone Edge because of the Rock typing, and yeah, Bullet Seed is absolutely going to be able to take it out there. So I mean, that's the best part about rank 1, rank 2, and, probably the first few ranks where, I think everyone's on a level playing field and you get to see Pokemon that you probably wouldn't see otherwise. And it's always amazing to see Pokemon like Kabutops in Open Great League. But anyways, moving on to the next battle, we have Azumarill into a Quilava here. So it's a pretty positive lead. My backline definitely doesn't want to go up against a Quilava. And now they make a switch into their Venusaur. I switch into my Cherrim here. This is actually where I make a bit of a mistake. Honestly, I should have switched into my Roserade because Roserade double resists grass type moves, whereas Sunny Cherrim only single resists it, right? But then again, we should be able to outpace Venusaur to the charge moves here. They are running Razor Leaf, which is really good because they're not going to be able to generate energy very quickly. And I'm going to go for the Weather Ball here. It does get the shield, which is fine. And I should be able to get to another Weather Ball before another charge move can come through. But no, unfortunately, they get to a charge move first. I'm definitely going to shield this because I have to maintain switch advantage, right? I have to make sure that I can line up my Azumarill against their Quilava. And yeah, I'm just going to build up to 2 weather balls here and then go for the first one right now. And this does take out the Venusaur. And then they do come in with Quilava. Unfortunately, I overfarm. Should have thrown the weather ball right away there. But it doesn't matter because we have switch advantage and Azumarill is going to be able to do well against Quilava, right? Now, obviously, Typhlosion has access to Solar Beam, but I'm not exactly sure, or I wasn't sure at the time, whether Quilava had access to a grass type move. But they actually make a switch into their Kingdra, which is running Waterfall, which is pretty interesting. So I'm just going to stay in with the Azumarill, go for the Ice Beam here. Probably just should have switched right away into my Roserade, to be honest. But now I'm going to come in with my Roserade here, and I'm not going to shield this. If it's Outrage, it would probably KO from this range. But it's just a Noctizuka, which is great. That's resisted. Unfortunately, we get the attack debuff, but it's fine, right? Grass Knot is still going to be able to do enough neutral damage to take out the Kingdra from this range. And then Quilava comes in. They're going to be able to farm down, unfortunately, which is not great. But then again, we still have a shield, right? So I'm just going to try and build up to an Ice Beam here. I'm going to shield this up because I'm not exactly sure about the moveset that a Quilava has. They go for Flame Charge and I'm really hoping they don't have a grass type move, whatever this is. And let's see what it is. And fortunately, it's just a Flame Charge, which is really good. That's resisted. I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Beam here. Now, even though this is resisted, it's still going to do enough damage to take out the Quilava from this range there. So extremely close. I mean, honestly, if they were running something else, I don't know if there was a single move Quilava. I mean, I'm not sure. I still haven't checked what Quilava has, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure it has a non-fire type charge move, right? And I think a boosted non-fire type charge move and neutral damage could have probably taken out the Azumarill from that range. But anyways, it is what it is. So moving into the third battle, I believe here, we have Azumarill into a Gyarados here. This is absolutely fantastic. Azumarill is a complete wall to Gyarados because every single move, both fast move and charge move that Gyarados has is resisted by Azumarill because of that water fairy typing. And yeah, I'm just going to soak up the Aqua Tail here, but I'm still going to have to switch at some point just in case they have a fire type in the back. So I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam here to get a shield out of them and then immediately going to save switch into my Sunny Cherrim. It's a good thing that this Gyarados is running Waterfall because that's really good for my backline because both Cherrim and Roserade resist water type moves because of the grass typing. And it's just an Aqua Tail, which is really good. And now they make a switch into the Leafeon. This is fantastic. We have so much of an energy advantage. I should be able to spam these weather balls here. And obviously Leafeon with Razor Leaf is not going to be able to generate energy that quickly, right? And I'm just going to go for the back-to-back weather balls here. The first one, I should probably get the second shield or do massive super effective damage as it does that. Does about 60% of Leafeon's health. Gonna go for another one right now. Let's see if this gets the second shield from the Leafeon. And they do let that go through, which is fantastic because at this point, I mean, they basically had no more shield. So they couldn't shield that. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the weather ball here. This is obviously resisted. But yeah, I mean, it's going to do chip damage. And it's pretty much GG's at this point because we still have 2 shields and almost full health Azumarill and a full health Roserade in the back, right? But unfortunately, they lag so much. I mean, this is really bad, right? I mean, you definitely don't want to see it, especially in the early part of the season because, yeah, it's very unfortunate there. I mean, they have a Shadow Mewtwo in the back. I think it could have been pretty interesting because Roserade would have had a tough time going up against it, especially if they were running Confusion. I'm not sure what they were running as their fast move, but yeah, we're not going to get to find out. I just sort of sped this part of it up a little bit because, I mean, nobody wants to see lagged out battles, right? Yeah, maybe got a little fortunate there, but I still had 2 shields. So, I mean, we still had a Azumarill in the back. So, could have had that for the most part. I mean, probably would have won that anyways, but you definitely don't want to see that, especially in the early part of the season there. So, anyways, moving into the 4th battle here. 3-0 in the set right now. And we have Azumarill into an Arbok. Very interesting. I mean, the thing, it's at this moment that I realized that this whole team is kind of weak to poison, which I didn't really think through when I was building this team, but it's okay. I mean, this Arbok is running Bite, which is very interesting, which is obviously resisted. They let the Ice Beam go through, which is very gutsy because Arbok is pretty glassy. And at this point, I'm just gonna farm it down. I'm gonna shield this because I'm not sure what this is. It is an acid spray. That's unfortunate because our defense has been lowered right now. And I'm just gonna try and completely bubble down this Arbok and have a lot of loaded energy for what is going to come out next, right? They actually come in with their Galarian Stunfisk, which is definitely not a counter to an Azumarill, especially to a loaded Azumarill. I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump here, and they let that go through for some reason. So I'm going to switch into my Cherrim, try and Bullet Seed down. Let's see what they have in the back. They have a Lapras in the back, and this is GG's. And also, it's a Water Gun Lapras. So it's not Legacy Ice Shard, which also means that it's probably not Legacy Ice Beam as well. Which is pretty good for Cherrim, right? I'm going to be able to spam these weather balls here. We still have a full health Roserade in the back and decent amount of health in Azumarill as well. And yeah, this is pretty much a formality from here on. So I'm just going to go for the weather ball here. We get both shields from the Lapras. Obviously, if I had Solar Beam, I could have probably built up to it and gone straight away and to probably one-shot it. But I'm just going to spam these weather balls here as many of them as I can because we still have Roserade and Azumarill to basically clean up there. So I'm going to let this go through. It's just a surf. And then I'm going to build up to another weather ball here. And yeah, this is going to do quite a bit of neutral damage and put this Lapras pretty low. And as it does there, which is fantastic. And then they're going to go for a charge move right now. It's absolutely fine. Probably going to be a surf, which is going to KO the... doesn't even KO to be honest. But yeah, I mean, Roserade is going to be able to come in and a couple of Bullet Seeds should take it out there, right? Yeah, so pretty straightforward there. I mean, honestly, I think... that's the thing about... I mean, the other thing is that people are not always going to run the optimal movesets, especially in... these early ranks, which is kind of unfortunate, honestly. I mean, if they were running the right movesets, they probably would have a good chance to win because I think Arbok definitely has some play, right? Especially in the Great League meta against Pokemon like Azumarill, etc. So anyways, moving into the final battle here. This, I believe, was probably a little more competitive. We have Azumarill into Haunter. They make a switch into their Absol right now. And yeah, I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. Now, Absol is extremely glassy. So they're probably going to shield this anyways. And this is where I actually completely forgot that Absol has access to Thunder, right? I mean, for some reason, it completely slipped my mind. I'm not sure what I was thinking here. And I let that go through pretty much one-shots the Azumarill there. And at this point, it's a very vulnerable position to be in, right? Because we're on even shields. And if they have a Fire-type Pokemon in the back, we're pretty much done for here. So I'm going to go for the Weather Ball here. And it does take out the Absol. As you can see, it's just so extremely glassy. They come in with their Haunter right now. I'm going to try and build up to Weather Ball. I'm going to definitely shield this. Yeah. And they go for Dark Pulse, which is another very interesting moveset. I mean, for Haunter, yeah, I mean, probably, I think running Shadow Ball will pretty much provide the same coverage anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna go try and build up to another Weather Ball. Again, gonna shield this up probably. I mean, not the best idea to be honest, because Roserade doesn't do well when shields are down. But I'm gonna overfarm a little bit here. I'm actually gonna build up to 2 Weather Balls and go for the first one here. So this is obviously gonna KO the Haunter. And let's see what they have in the back. And I'm really hoping that whatever they have in the back is weak to grass, and it's a Whiskash in the back. This is GG's. I'm just gonna go for the Dazzling Gleam here. I mean, this is where one of those matchups where Solar Beam would have really helped, but it doesn't matter because Dazzling Gleam is gonna do a lot of neutral damage anyways. And then I'm just going to come in with my Roserade and try and Bullet Seed down, but Charge Move is going to come through. At this point, it could be Blizzard, but luckily it's just a Mud Bomb. Probably they were like a couple of Mud Shots away from Blizzard, but it doesn't matter because I'm able to Mud Shot down and take the win there. So, beg your pardon, Bullet Seed, farm it down and take the win. Extremely close there, honestly. I mean, you'd probably say that I got away with some of those battles where they probably weren't running the best movesets, but even then, I think this team honestly has play. I'm definitely looking forward to using it a lot more in the higher ranks to actually see how good it is, and I'm pretty sure it can perform pretty well. I mean, in some challenging situations as well, right? So anyways, we get a Zep Striker to start off the season. I mean, it's actually my Pokédex entry. I didn't even dex Zep Striker yet, which is pretty embarrassing, but it's okay. I'm looking forward to using that as well. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.